Traditional dropshipping is dead, and if you're still trying to sell phone cases from China in 2025, you're already behind. But there's a new model that's growing like crazy, and most people don't even know it exists. It's called AI digital dropshipping, and it's completely flipping the script on how people make money online. Instead of managing inventory, dealing with suppliers, and waiting 3 weeks to ship a $25 product, you sell digital products that solve real-life problems. One product, one store, one good angle. And you can run it 100% faceless using tools powered by AI. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how this business model works, how total beginners are using it to go from 0 to 10K a month, and how you can get started even if you failed before. I'll also show you how I discovered it after years of struggling with traditional dropshipping myself. Just like Jacob, who went from testing random products to doing over $20,000 in a single month using this exact method. I've always wanted to be successful, to get rich. Not in a flashy way, but in a way that meant I had control over my life. From early on, I knew I didn't want to go to college, even though that's what my parents expected of me. I remember arguing with my mom about it. She thought I was just being rebellious. One day during one of those arguments, I promised her, I'm going to buy you a car one day, and I did it just recently. That drive to figure it out on my own, that's what pushed me into entrepreneurship to begin with. I wasn't a tech protege. I was a kid who was cut from every single sports team, except for wrestling, because they don't make any cuts. In a possible form of trying to prove the soccer coaches wrong that cut me from the team, I started a YouTube channel teaching soccer tricks. I remember making a video on the Maradona, until one day I walked into my best friend's house and on the TV was my video playing and the whole family laughing. Maybe it wasn't meant to hurt, but at the time, it crushed me. I deleted the channel. I wanted to start a band, and that didn't work either. So I did what a lot of broke kids do. I mowed lawns, I washed cars, and I raked leaves. But by 8th grade, I felt alone. I had lost touch with a lot of my childhood friends. But online, I started making connections. I was building theme pages on Instagram, I was selling shoutout space, and even doing a little bit of affiliate marketing. And after switching schools twice, my dad convinced me to start an entrepreneur club, and I did it. That led me to then trying to start my first catering business, which did not work. Then in early 2017, I had a realization. If I had these theme Instagram pages and I was making money by selling shoutouts, and a brand consistently paid me, then the odds are that they are making money from my promotions, so why wouldn't I just sell my own products? And that's when I found dropshipping. I launched my first store selling a bubble face mask, made my first sale, and I was hooked. But like what happens to most dropshippers, the results didn't last, and I went on to continue testing more and more products. Later that year, I took a trip to my first big city, and I got to see things that I had only ever seen on Instagram before. The very next week, one of the products that I was testing, a gold foil rose, absolutely took off. My YouTube channel blew up too, and I bought a brand new Porsche 718 Cayman. And then I lost control. I was 17, making more than my teachers, but I had no goals, no habits, and no self-discipline. By 18, I had my own apartment, but the money slowed. I started gaining weight, I was drinking, smoking, and ultimately I was spiraling. And then I hit rock bottom. That's when I realized your results will never surpass your level of personal development. I genuinely was depressed. I didn't know what to do, and the money was running just about dry. And I took a majority of what I had left and decided to invest that into traveling. Not traveling the world, but instead going to places around the country where I had friends that I had made online. One of those destinations changed my life. I visited the friend who told me to start YouTube 2 years prior. His life, mansion, supercars, sober, relationships, disciplined, and he invited me to stay. In 2 weeks, I made more than I had in months just by being around the right people. So I went back home to North Carolina, broke my lease, packed up my car, and had it shipped across the country. I spent the next year scaling a shoe brand that I had started, but during that time, things were very uncertain. And with that, along with sizing issues, too many SKUs, and payment processing problems, it collapsed. And that's when I took the lesson from the last failure to get into a new environment. I flipped a coin, moved to Puerto Rico, almost broke, and a majority of my income was coming from running ads for other brands. But 2 of those clients were selling digital products. They weren't dropshipping, they didn't have inventory, and that really opened up my eyes. One provided digital resources for stock traders, and another provided resources for photographers and for musicians. And that's when it clicked. Selling value, not inventory, was the real opportunity. I launched my first digital product in 2022 and it flopped. I still wasn't happy with where I was physically and mentally, so I decided to start the 75 hard challenge. And then I did it again. No carbs, I got absolutely shredded. In October, I hit a breakthrough doing over $60,000 in a month selling a digital marketing product. Since then, I've helped others do the same with faceless digital products and with the help of using artificial intelligence. After all of that, the wins, the burnout, and the rebuilding, something started to shift. My family started to notice. My mom, the same one who didn't want me to skip college, started telling me how proud of me she was. Moments like that really hit different, and it made me realize something. I want other people to know what it feels like to have that as well. This feeling of, wow, I'm actually doing the right thing, I'm actually getting results, and the people I love the most are noticing as well. That's why I put together this 3-step simple process, because I've now seen how it works, not just for me, but for creators, for beginners, and even people who have failed at physical dropshipping before. And I genuinely believe if you follow these 3 steps and you stay consistent, there is no way you do not see a result. I didn't need inventory. I didn't need to dance in front of a camera or promote somebody else's product. I didn't need to deal with suppliers. I just needed a simple product that solved the problem for a specific group of people, and then to get the right attention so that I could actually make sales and profit. And that's what AI digital dropshipping is all about. And it's how Jacob went from zero to over $20,000 in a month selling a digital planner. It's how Tim and Julian hit $25,000 in a month without running paid ads. It's how David crossed $100,000 in a month selling faceless digital products. They all used the process I now call the digital dropshipping mastery framework. 1, find a winning faceless digital product. 2, create a clean and trustworthy store. And 3, promote it with organic AI content and paid ads. Now, you don't have to be a product creation expert to get started. In fact, most of my students start with pre-made digital products they can rebrand. It's called PLR. You can find templates, courses, guides, products all made for you that you can resell legally. But the trick is knowing what to look for. I teach my students how to quickly scan marketplaces like Etsy, WAP, and private PLR libraries, and use tools like Everbee, Dropship.io, and even the Facebook ads library to find products that already have demand. Then we use AI tools to rewrite, redesign, and reposition the product so that it feels unique, like no one else is selling it. You can even use ChatGPT to turn a plain PDF into a complete workbook, toolkit, or challenge in just minutes. That's what Aaron did. He created a Canva template and then completely rebranded it for a niche-specific market and cleared over $20,000 with it. Once you understand the types of products that people are already buying, it's just about repackaging and redelivering these products with a unique angle. Now, this is the part where most people really overcomplicate it. You don't need a complex funnel. You don't need a branding agency. You just need a clean product page, a store name that feels real, and a trustworthy delivery system. Some of my students use Shopify, others use WAP, and it doesn't really matter. The key here is clarity, because a store that clearly positions the product, explains the value of the product, and how it helps that potential customer will always outperform the store that's just filled with pop-ups and random gimmicks. We use AI tools like Canva to create mock-ups, and then ChatGPT to write persuasive bullet points that explain the benefits of our product and the unique value proposition. For delivery of the digital product, since it's instant, we use an app like Easy Digital Products, or even at times just a simple embedded Google Drive link. That's how Jacob set up his store. It was a PDF product, had clean visuals, and as soon as someone bought from his store, that app delivered the product immediately to them, and that's how he generated over $20,000 in a month. And the crazy part is that that work was 95% automated once it's set up. Now, this is where things get fun and where most people mess up. Selling digital products is all about attention. We focus on 2 main approaches. 1, organic AI outreach using TikTok, Instagram, and additional platforms. And 2 is using paid ads, which allows for you to test and scale significantly faster. The cool part about AI right now is that you can generate photos, videos, scripts, and put together a complete social media post without ever having to show your face that has the potential to go viral. And I've seen this happen time and time again, and I've even done it myself multiple times. And if you want to scale faster, you use simple and direct image ads, as well as user-generated content video reviews on the Meta Ads platform to boost your product and make more sales. That's exactly what David did, with no face in his content, not showing his face in his ads. He was able to generate over $100,000 in a single month. And he's not the only one. Tim and Julian cleared over $25,000 in a single month using an organic partnership strategy. The traffic strategy you use doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be consistent. And that's where AI really helps a ton. It helps you avoid burnout, it helps you test new angles, dial in your messaging, and come up with ideas for your organic content or your paid ads, so that way you can consistently put your offer in front of the right people's faces to make sales consistently. These 3 steps are the backbone of AI digital dropshipping. You don't need a course, you don't need 100,000 followers, you just need a digital product that solves a problem, a clean and trustworthy store, and a system that drives you traffic consistently. It's how Candy, David, and others started from zero and built a real online income. And now it's your turn. First, you need to find a winning digital product or rebrand one that already exists. 2, you need to build a clean and trustworthy store. And 3, you need to use artificial intelligence to promote your content and then run paid ads to get traffic quickly. So now you've got 2 options. Option 1, you take this 3-step framework I just gave you and go build it all on your own. And to be honest, that can work. I made this video as complete as possible, as well as tons of other videos on my channel, so you can make this work, even solo. But you'll probably run into all of the things that used to hold me back, like finding the actual right product or choosing a niche, overthinking my store, running paid ads that did not convert, feeling like I was the only one in my life that was actually trying to figure this out. Or option 2, you can join me and my team inside of our mentorship, where we'll help you build your own AI digital dropshipping business from scratch. We'll help you choose a profitable digital product, set up your store using plug and play templates, create high converting content, launch your first ads with the same strategies my students use to hit 10K, 20K, and even over 100K, and we'll be there one-to-one every step of the way to support you. We even help you stay focused and consistent because, let's be honest, your biggest threat isn't competition, it's your own distractions. If accepted, you'll join a tight-knit group of action takers, people who genuinely want to see real success and long-term, people who are ready to build a real automated income from selling digital products just like how I did. So if that's you and you're serious, the next step is simple. Just click the link in the top of the description to apply. But I'll be real with you, we don't just let anybody in. There is an application process, but if you are accepted, you'll have access to the exact full training, tools, resources, and systems that we use on a daily basis. But don't wait until tomorrow, because when we open up spots, there's a limited number, and once they're gone, they're gone. So if you're ready to skip the guesswork, tap into real one-on-one support, and to build your very own AI-powered digital dropshipping business, click the top link in the description to apply now, and I'll see you on the inside. And before we go, just wanted to remind you of one last thing. Consistency wins. Peace.